Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. Whatever the fuck that means. It's the weird MK cartoon shit that they're doing for an adult audience. I don't have any of this shit up in front of me. I don't even think it fucking matters who directed and wrote this shit because it's
Ethan Spielberg, Jeremy Adams wrote it. It's based on MK from Ed Boon and John Tobias. It's starring Jordan Rodriguez, Joel McHale, Jennifer Kapner, Patrick Sees, Matthew Mercer, Fred Tabascore, David B. Mitchell, Robin Atkins Downs, Greg Griffin. Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, August 31st, 80 minutes.
The disc was made in Mexico, in case anyone's wondering. Rated R. I got that part. They recommend some high-speed HDMI Category 2 cables if you're going to watch this in 4K. I would not recommend watching it in 4K. Or in general.
Yeah, I like Mortal Kombat as a video game franchise. I think I always have, except for the 3D era. And I don't need its story that's based off the recent games to be retold with bad animation and just hyper violence, which is fine, but just some of the character design choices and just the animation style, I'm just not a fan of. I know there is people out there that dig it, but it's not for me. I don't need to see this again and again and again. And I feel like they just been doing the same thing over and over with these stories. Like, I'd really like them to maybe branch out and maybe just do a character-driven one, or maybe a couple of them. They can all hang out and go do something different, or, I don't know, expand the universe, go into the lore, just the other direction.
Fucking, you got 4 realms. How can we see 2 of them? Go to the other 2.
I don't know. Use this opportunity to kind of launch the game by the time you're done animating all this, and maybe the next game comes out, because I heard they're not going to do Injustice 3. They're going to go right to another Mortal Kombat, because I don't know. It just sold like gangbusters, but
yeah,
I don't know. It makes something that I enjoy, such as Mortal Kombat, and it's just kind of like, okay. Stop.
It's unfortunately typical DC / Warner Brothers, where they're just obsessed with retelling the origin over and over again. Like, I mean, how many Batman origins have we seen on film now? Like, it just won't stop. They haven't figured out that everyone knows the fucking origins or doesn't care. So this one in particular, they're like, let's do Liu Kang's secret origin.
Did they? Like,
It's really bad. Well, it's 2 seconds, you know? It's some family running through a city that's completely empty, I might add. They run through like 18 different shops and no one's there. No one's alive. Nothing's happening. Fucking food's getting cold. Stoves are over cooking food. It's really just a bunch of restaurants they run through now that I think about it. And then some baraccas just start fucking lighting up mom and dad. Ricotta, whatever. Tarkatans start lighting up mom and dad. And they like, what? They have blades coming out of their fucking arms, and this guy's like, go ahead, circle around me. I want to die tonight.
Cool. Came to the right place. Like, your house.
Right, cool. And they just start boot partying this motherfucker and then cut off his head. And then his head rolls around and he just kind of looks over at his wife like, uh-oh, I fucked up again, honey. And I was like, is this being played for comedy right now? What is that? What's that guy's head doing? And then she's just like, let me try to climb this fence now. I've watched my husband die. Now seems like a good time to climb the fence. Not why he was being murdered and, giving me a head start. But now. Oh, climbing a fence with a baby in my arm? This is hard.
She threw the baby over and been like, you'll be a kung fu master in no time.
You'll be fine. Your parents love you. And then, right as the fucking one of the dudes is about to eat baby Liu Kane's head like a fucking midnight snack.
Oh yeah, Raiden was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Raiden's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I totally let your parents die so I could raise you. I've always wanted a kid of my own. Let me
I've
just.
seen the destiny of this one. He wins the tournament.
It's a tournament, and I gotta let his parents die. But I'm like, probably not gonna tell him that part. That would be like a deep character moment, but it'd probably fuck up my plans. I'm just gonna let him. Just gonna let him think that I showed up just at the end of it. You know, saved a baby in a cart type of thing. And then Raiden's like throwing up fucking too sweet or something with his fingers, and then little baby Liu Kang's just like, yeah, fucking too sweet. Starts grabbing his fingers, and then Raiden's just like, oh, babies, I should have one. I'm a fucking elder, or not an elder god, but just a regular god, you know.
He's an elder man.
Like, he is. He's an elder man. And then they're just like, boom, Mortal Kombat. Let's get going. And I was like, why did I need to know that Raiden let Liu Kane's parents die? Like, did I need to know that?
Dude, he was probably
the mom's just like, tell him he was loved. I was like, what, for like 5 minutes? That baby's fresh as fuck. Like, are you sure? Did you have an emotional attachment already? Like, should you even be out of the hospital? That's a tiny baby. Is he wearing a diaper?
Hospitals, I think midwives.
Not that. I mean, it wasn't that far gone of a bygone era.
I think it was. I saw their interior decorations.
Anyway, I mean, regardless of whatever if they had a midwife, which still practices today, just in case people were like,
look like the Flintstones.
Ooh, that's old. It did not look like the fucking. He had a tie. She had a knee-length skirt.
Hey, Fred Flintstone had a tie when he needed one.
Okay, fuck Fred Flintstone. As far as that asshole didn't show up, and he was like, "Yabba dabba, I'm gonna beat you up too." So, and that was the secret origin of Liu Kang.
I think that was just a way to start a movie.
I guess. I mean, it wasn't like the worst opening I've ever seen, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm ready for some MK tonight. And then we go to the fucking, I guess some fucking temple. I'm not gonna pretend to know its importance. It's not like the movie told me. I guess I just had to know a lot about MK to know why that temple's important, why the Netherrealms are storming it. And really, Kevin, here's my number one question for you, okay? In the game, I accept it because you have to keep the games going, right? You know, so we just go, yeah, fuck it. We're gonna battle all the time, you know? Fuck that tournament shit. But this movie emphasizes A, that they won the tournament, B, that they're still invading Earth to take over Earth, C, that we should do a final tournament, and then D, that tournament doesn't matter.
Listen, I want to tell you what the problem is. The problem is
everything I listed.
As a video game, it's an experience for the player to have those experiences via the character. And you're told the narrative, kind of an overall narrative that the game does. That's why you get to hop from person to person and their portion of the story and how they drive it or what parts they take, right? And this, they just want to show you the whole thing and just kind of cut to certain things that are happening and mash it all together. Instead, as like a cinematic narrative to take just a couple of characters and follow their art through this world that's changing around them with Shao Kahn declaring war and going in there and invading and kind of not following the rules of Mortal Kombat, right? So you don't really just follow a few people. It's just this kind of collective that gets mashed together. Like, I think the first heroes you see are like Stryker and Jax, and I was like, Stryker, I love Stryker. He was so weird and awkward and great, and they're gonna kill him. He's only here to die. And
yep.
You're not following a person going through it, right? You're just following. It's almost like you're flipping channels, and it's just going from moment to moment. You're like, oh, now they're fighting. Oh, now they're over here. Oh, now Liu Kang's arm's fucked up. Raiden's just kind of like, it happens. And then, you know what I mean? And then
yeah.
Liu Kang is.
He was like, "Get your head in the game, Johnny. Sweep the fucking leg." And you're just like, "Okay, that's it. All right, all right."
Yeah, and then Kung Lao dies, but no one grieves. They all just stare, and that's just
No,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat. And
They
you're
showed
like,
more emotion for Stryker. For Kung Lao, they're just like, "Did he just get ripped in half?"
yeah, and it's just a bunch of stuff happening. There's nothing to really latch onto, and it's just mindless to me, and that's why I kind of fell asleep watching it. And I was like, oh, geez, and I woke up and they're still just doing stuff. And I'm like, well, I know this story. Like, how are you making it yours? You're just, I don't know.
Well, we're at a temple. I'm gonna keep walking us through this shit. And Kung Lao, I don't know. Well, we see the worst archers ever. Like they just keep shooting bows at this Netherrealm army, and they just keep getting wiped out completely by fireballs. Just completely disappearing. No damage to the wall. They just disappear. Just some of the worst animation I've ever seen. And then after that, when all hope is lost, there's fucking flying demon creatures. Then Kung Lao shows up.
This giant demon creature, this like gargoyles, look at Disney's gargoyles thing. He was getting a lot of crucial kills.
He got a lot. Like yeah, like his kill count he was kill-tacular.
Yeah, like somebody needs to stop him.
Yeah, like he was doing like tucking fucking rolls. He was like left bumper, right bumper, left bumper, right. I was like, damn, let's go get this guy in the fucking game.
Yeah.
And then Kung Lao just shows up and just like beats the shit out of him like instantly. And he's just like, we don't fucking quit until the fucking fortress quits or something. And the fortress don't quit if we don't quit. It was really dumb and I did not understand it. But they're just like, yeah, let's do this.
As long as they're motivated, it's okay.
Yeah. And then he's just like, am I going to poop my pants? Am I about to poop my pants? And then this giant Disney gargoyle guy busted the door and he just gets a fucking triple kill out of the gate. Like, these motherfucking monks have the slowest reaction time, Kevin. They're getting hit by fireballs. They're getting clubbed by giant fucking demon things just instantly. Like, this guy was just like ba, 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 boom. And they were just like, I was shocked and amazed. I just wanted to die, really.
I really feel like they don't really know what's going on. Like, they're never prepared. I just think they're always being overrun. There was like, I don't know, 1 trillion guys outside their gates. And I was like, well, were you guys training for this? Is today the day?
They were like, hey, man, we were training for a lot of shit. This was a possible scenario. None of us took it seriously. I mean, I was in the kitchen 95% of the time. These motherfuckers didn't train me for shit. But here I am, front lines, getting pounded by Disney's gargoyles. Where's the reboot? Where's the reboot? You got Disney Plus. You need content. Put that shit on there. Continue the story. Fucking Riker's still alive. Make it happen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, but then Kung Lao's just like, I'm gonna chop this motherfucking dude's dick off. And then Jax and Stryker crash a helicopter into him and survive. And just start shooting everything.
Just Jax everything. They're like, why do you bring a gun instead of a hat? Kung Lao's like, okay, come on.
Do you want to borrow one? We have like 2.
Like, Jax's arms just turn into guns. And I was like, this is real Rob Liefeld right now.
They're very short. Like, 3/4 of his arm just disappears to be this gun.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm not gonna miss.
Yeah, and then Stryker's gun never runs out of ammo.
Dude, he had like a RoboCop gun. It was just like, I was like, okay. I was like, they're gonna kill him.
Yeah,
that's all I kept thinking.
I was just like, why'd they put Stryker in here?
I was like,
and then Stryker's just like, he's the only one that's just like, woke up today and I'm shooting fucking demons in the face. Fuck, man.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And the Jax is just like, hey, man, shut up. We've all been shooting demons in the face. Get over yourself. Like,
I was like, dude, give him a minute to adjust.
Yeah, and then Kung Lao's like, "Where's the rest of the characters?" And then get ready for 25 fucking minutes of Joel McHale talking uninterrupted. They're just like, "Joel McHale, here's your platform," and then Joel McHale was just like, "Yeah, I could do a solid 20."
Yeah. You remember that show you had, Joel? Yeah, pretend you're doing that, but just pretend you're doing that.
just make us really kind of not like you anymore. Like,
I didn't know it was him. I thought it was a guy doing Joel McHale. That's just like, oh, they couldn't even get Joel McHale? Oh, come on.
Couldn't even get Joel McHale to come back. Oh, they did. We couldn't even get Joel McHale to sober up for this before he recorded his lines. So then Joel McHale goes, Johnny Cage. I can't keep going with that. Johnny Cage goes over to Katana and companies.
It's katana, like the sword.
Katana,
I don't know what a fucking katana is. Like, where
Katana, are you from? Chris Katana. Okay, this is his daughter. Katana.
Shao Kahn's daughter, dude.
Katana.
Sindel's are her mom's.
Yeah. Anyway, so they've set up a fucking feudal Japan shogun tent.
Have you been calling her Katana like your whole life, you think? Because that was like a real natural reaction. And people just looked at him like, well,
probably. But I'm a little.
Do we correct him?
Waiting for the energy drink to kick in here. Katana? I don't even know. I can't. It's one of those things. You've corrected me on it now, and I'll never say it right again. I will forever now only say it wrong because my brain is just like, nope, we're gonna overwrite it. So the blue ninja woman, she's got an arm. She still has the horrible MC Hammer pants that just show like most of her leg. Like you could
put one of her alternates, I think, in 9 or 10.
It looks horrible. Like you could just fill them up with water and put some fish in there. They're so weird and baggy. So I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind her design. I didn't mind any of their designs. I mean, Jax's arm changed like shapes. I think they were real boxy later on, and then they were odd, but everybody else was fine. I mean, some of Kung Lao's robes were kind of stupid looking. But you know, whatever. He's got an outworld sense of fashion in my mind.
You fucking outworld sense of fashion. Look at you and your fucking.
Oh, he's the chosen one?
Pajamas.
You know what? Extra fuck these movies. Until he drops an MK2 machine on their head, I don't even fucking care. Like, I want to see that fatality where he just prays, he just turns into flames, and boom, an MK2 arcade cabinet crushes on their head. Everybody's going to be like, what? Finally.
That would be great. Instead of
his best fatality ever.
Yeah. But no, instead we gotta listen to Johnny Cage and does the classic maneuver where he says, "I've come to negotiate your surrender," and then fucking Tiger Goro, because I don't know his name.
Dude, like, are you
Tiger Goro? I don't know who Tiger.
It is not Tiger Goro.
He has 4 arms, dude. He's a Goro. All right, that's how this fucking works. Tiger Goro.
Dude, everyone is just, all 3 people are screaming at you.
No, because they're not big MK fans either, and they were begging the movie to say what the man's fucking name was, but it said they had to just be like, God, I hope one of them knows Tiger Goro. That sounds legit. All right, I'll go with that. And then you were like, it's definitely not Tiger Goro. This guy can't say katana. He can't say fucking Tiger Goro.
Why are you here? That's just everyone is confused.
Because I finished the movie, motherfucker. That's why.
I mean,
what's Tiger Goro's name? It better be better than Tiger Goro.
Well, yeah, because like a 5-year-old didn't come up with it.
I highly doubt that, but okay.
Holy smokes, dude.
Tell us the fucking name.
No, man, you're just gonna sit on it for a little bit. Let's keep going.
It's for the audience, man. It's for the audience.
Dude, it's Kentaro.
Kentaro, man, they gotta get away from the K's. Get it? Because it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, dude. Everyone got it.
Well, Tiger Goro, he starts running his mouth. I'm still gonna call him that. It's way better. Luke, no, fucking goddamn. Johnny Cage starts running his mouth some more. And then Sonya starts sniping people because they're just like, kill this motherfucker. And then she is just headshot. She has got some aim assist. She's turned on all the cheat bots she can afford. And she's just like, we're going to stream all day, boys. Boom, boom. Just fucking headshot. I don't know what Johnny Cage does. He was billed to be a competent fighting machine in this first animated adventure. Scorpion's dead body humps a rabbit, whatever the fuck it was called. And then in this one, he's just like a quivering idiot the whole time. Like, there's just no competency to his character.
I think he's supposed to be played for a lot more laughs. I think.
I mean, but could he also fight? Like, the thing that makes Johnny Cage cool, I think we all know, is he runs his mouth and he fucking runs his fists into your mouth. You know,
he backs it up. Am I right, everybody?
Yeah. So it's like when you make Johnny Cage a dumbass, I'm just kind of like, God, I hope they kill Johnny Cage. Like, that's why I was like,
baby.
Him instead of fucking Stryker, man.
No, the internet does not like Stryker.
Why? I always love Stryker, man. He pisses people off. Pick him.
He sucks, but in a good way.
But yeah, in like a, why'd we add this guy? But why can't I stop picking him? I think he was one of the first guys I had all of his fatalities memorized for in MK3. I don't know why. I was just like, all right, yeah, we're going with this guy. I have no idea why he's here.
Down forward, block. And that was when he put the bombs on him and just blew him up.
Oh, that was a good one.
I don't know why I remember that, but I just do.
Huh. I mean, because he's
Stryker, everyone.
Stryker indeed. But before we get back to Stryker, we have to go back to the woods. Johnny Cage, Sonya, fighting, boring all the time. And then the rest of the crew shows up to fight because of some you only brought two people type of joke. And then, of course, everyone else has got to show up. Luke Kang's got to show up. Everyone's just like, oh, the fucking chosen one. And then Johnny Cage is like, oh, get second billing behind Luke Kang again. Oh, fuck. Ah, this is bullshit. And then Raiden shows up, and there's just like this whole just complete disregard to a god showing up. And Shao Kahn shows up. And he's like, listen, instead of fighting, and you guys probably losing because I have flying demons, I have like an insane kill count. How about we go and petition the Elder Gods for a final Mortal Kombat? And Johnny Cage says the smartest thing. He's like, no, that's stupid. And then Raiden's like, yeah, all right.
That's the thing is like, does all the characters, they don't know the rules? Like Raiden's supposed to be kind of their shepherd in this crazy world, introducing into the realms and the rules. And Raiden's just kind of like, yeah, man, we're just hanging loose. Kicking it.
Yeah, in the minute they got there, I'd be like, Elder Gods, I'd like to petition a penalty for their realm because they still invaded. Like, come on, you dragon face motherfuckers. Where's the penalty? He's still invaded. He lost Mortal Kombat. He's still invaded.
Yeah, you're supposed to just roll with it. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. So they go through a green portal. Chummy, friends. And then we got to cut to fucking Sub-Zero and Smoke. I mean, Sub-Zero 2, I guess, is proper terminology, Kevin.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero 2 and Smoke fighting, training, just going hard in the paint at each other. You know, Smoke definitely overpowered as fuck against Sub-Zero 2.
But it's robot Sub-Zero, or excuse me, robot Smoke.
No, he's not a robot there yet.
He's
That's
not?
Ninja. No, not there. No, he's Ninja Smoke. Because that's when they get the mission. They're like, we still don't know what happened to Cyrax. And, the other one. And I was just like, well, I mean, that was your lame-ass cliffhanger from the first movie, but whatever. And they're summoned to see the Grandmaster. And he's just like, got a mission for you, boys. Oh, no, I think we see Scorpion escape at some point, too. Yeah, no, my bad. All right, so Scorpion wakes up in hell after seeing his family die again, and Chinook's is like, hey, yo, I need you to use your hand key thing from the first movie and release the first being or some shit. And Scorpion's like, fuck no, you left a portal open. I'm out of here, you dumb, stupid asshole. And then we go to Sub-Zero and Smoke fighting, and then the leader's just like, I need you to go get Scorpion. And then Sub-Zero gets real pissed off because that's the guy who killed his brother, who wasn't really the person who killed Scorpion. I mean, it's confusing to me because I watched the first movie and I felt like that Sub-Zero definitely killed Scorpion's family. But then there was the whole shape-shifting double cross thing, and I guess we were just supposed to remember that. But the last thing I remembered was that Scorpion killed Sub-Zero's family.
I mean, which, in all honesty, to kind of babyface both the ninjas, because they're just uber popular, like that is actually a good like retcon to their origins. To say, I mean, since you've introduced all these characters later on in the story of the whole Mortal Kombat mythos, just to have like Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and like Shinnok and all those dickheads kind of, haha, we got both these guys beefing against each other. They could actually maybe stop us if they weren't so dumb fighting. We're bad guys. Let's get it up. High fives.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's just like I didn't remember that until Scorpion later on was just like, yeah, sorry about the whole brother thing, dude. And you're like, what's wrong with your brow? And he's just like, I don't know, man.
Super passive in this. Like he used to be just a legit crazy badass that all you know is he just wanted revenge. And that's his motivator. That was his literally one character fucking struggle was just revenge.
And that's all he did in the previous movie.
This previous anything.
Talk about the revenge. He didn't do the revenge, but he
real broken record. But now he's just remorseful. He's working with Sub-Zero. Not yet, but later. I just mean overall, like in this one, they're just making him a good guy because he's just insanely popular.
Yeah, for sure. And so, and then Cyrax and man, I cannot remember the other fucking robot's name.
Sector, man.
Sector. Oh, that's right. It's not much better. They show up and they're
cool,
like,
man, ketchup and mustard.
I mean, they are ketchup and mustard. I don't like these outfits, like these robot designs. I know
I like these characters. I like almost. I
like the characters, but I don't like
characters in Mortal Kombat. I just really don't like what they have them do.
Yeah,
I really just
turn Smoke into a Robo Ninja.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of this scene is they fight and they just like blow the shit out of Sub-Zero, even though they've been instructed to turn him into a robot. They're just like, fucking blow him to hell.
Let's do this other guy, man. This didn't work out. We didn't know he was going to blow so hard. Am I right?
And then classic fucking Mortal Kombat character. I'm just going to watch why it happens. Just like fucking Liu Kang's mom watching her old man get smoked, and she's just like, I guess I should run now.
I like it's just funny in these because everyone is just hey man, that guy was just brutally murdered to comic proportions. You know, and I'm okay with it. I'm not throwing up.
They cut his head off, his arms off, his legs off, and I'm just standing here, barely felt anything in my erection. I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm not gouging my eyes out of the pure sheer hell walking horror that I've just witnessed. I'm just
my legs didn't buckle and didn't fall to the ground in a fetal fucking position due to the horrors I have seen.
take my fucking pinkies and put them in my fucking eyeballs and go, stop. I was just
Ow.
like,
Yeah, it was like, I guess I'll wait for my turn. So Sub-Zero leaves. He somehow gets his Sub-Zero mask, even though Smoke had it. But whatever. And then he's just like, I'm out of here, motherfuckers. And then we go back. And Raiden we go to the Elder Gods. And Shao Kahn's just like, he's got some big dick energy. He's just like, hey, motherfuckers. Fucking final Mortal Kombat. Let's do it. Do it up. And then Raiden's just like, if it would bequeath the Elder God Board of Directors, I would like
whatever, nerd.
participate in this here final Mortal Kombat. And I feel like I would do that quite well as a human and not as a god, even though Shao Kahn apparently has lived for like 8 goddamn thousand years. And pretty sure we could just consider him an evil god at this point, but like fucking, make me a human is all I'm saying.
He's already juiced, right? He's a Khan, so everyone loves him. They're like, yay. And I thought they were going to do like Kodokan or like make Katana the Khan or something. Maybe continue some of the, story after 11. I'd been way more interested in that.
But they just introduced him in the last one, so.
No, I know, but that's the story they should be telling, not just retreading what the games have been doing for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
30.
Nope. Yeah. I mean, instead we're just like, okay, take away the one cool feature about Raiden, his eyes.
That's your favorite Raiden look. When you see him, you're like, Dreamboat, get over here.
Yeah, I'm just like fucking white outed eyes.
Yeah.
White outed eyes. No, instead he looks like the Monarch from fucking Venture Brothers. I was just like, what the fuck?
No, that's a show you should be watching, everyone.
Yeah, but I was just like, it wasn't a good look for Lord Raiden. And then Shao Kahn, without even missing a beat, he's like, fucking guess I don't have to call you Lord no more, motherfucker. See you on the streets, Raiden. I was just like,
spits in his face.
Yeah,
Raiden's like, damn, dude, Insta respect lost.
Yeah, it was like, I don't think I lost my title. Like, shit. I've been a Lord for a while. Thank you very much.
I did go to Lord school for 18 years.
I did go to Lord school from 1800 to fucking 1900 for you to fucking drop my Lord just because I'm not a god anymore, goddammit.
God, he doesn't even know math now. This guy is not going to help at all.
He's like, no, I was literally in school for like 1,000 fucking years.
Oh, he doesn't even know how school works. It's so embarrassing.
What do you mean 18 years max? What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. The lightning's not covering his mascara anymore.
He's really wrinkly. Like, how old do you think his balls are? Like,
I lost my powers, not my hearing, motherfuckers. Like,
they're like, yeah, shut up, fucking Raiden. He's like, oh, they've done it to me too.
Like Raiden with a Y. This guy stinks. It's like,
and 2 Z's at the end just because you couldn't even get the fucking original one. You had to add the Z's. Fucking lame. So then they head back, and Shao Kahn really spits fire at him, and the rest of the team is just like, what do you mean you're not a god? And then Liu Kang's just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I'm the chosen one. You're just fucking king of the jabronis. Like, what the fuck?
And then he just shrugs, and then it plays the Curb Your Enthusiasm music credits.
Credits, yeah. But no, instead they're all like summoned to other portals. They're going back to Outworld to have another tournament on Outworld. And I was like, why are we... Fuck, you know what? I don't even care why we're going there. Whatever.
So, like, if they would have introduced, like, Chronica from, like, the game, I could have been like, oh, they're messing with the timelines. Oh, this is cool. Oh, look at them go.
No, they're just like, draw Shinnok and make him look really bad. Like, you will just never respect Shinnok again. Ever. Just, disgusting.
Just hurry up and kill him.
Yeah. And then they're just like, all right, everyone go through the portal. And then Raiden's just like, hey, you fucking yellow ninja, get over here. He's just like, hey, that's mine. Oh, I see what you did there. And Scorpion's like, hey, man, they want, like, the hand key thing. Can you, like, fix me or whatever? And Raiden's just like, I don't know, man. You gotta like just find the key to your heart on your own or something. He's like, better run, motherfucker. Never look
I'll
back.
see you in the other movie.
Yeah, and then he's just like, that's okay, guess.
Yeah, Scorpion's like wild at heart right now, while the rest of the team's trying to like, Mortal
Scorpion just
Kombat it
found
up.
out he's the key to the end of the universe, and Raiden just went, like, it's rough. Like, we're all doing shit. Like, I'm not even a god anymore. Did you know that? And they're like, yeah, I just heard that. He's like, I mean, what do you think tomorrow morning's going to be like, right? But I'm going to feel like 100,000 years of back pains. Uh-huh.
God, I wish this guy would shut up.
Exactly. Like, Raiden instantly became the guy you wanted to shut up. You were just like, God, Raiden, shut the fuck up. Like, when he was like, I'm going to sleep. I don't think I've ever done that. What do you think that's going to be like, huh, Liu Kang? Liu Kang was like,
God,
dude, I'm trying to think about, like, not losing the fucking tournament. I just watched your weak ass always get lit up by some fucking grub. What the fuck?
We're trying to think about girls, Raiden.
He's like,
up.
I hope I have a wet dream. They're just like, God, Raiden, you suck. You suck so much.
He did suck.
He did. He super sucked. And so yeah, we go to the Nether Realms. Shao Kahn's just like, hey, if you stay in the tournament dome, you won't get fucked up. All right, outside of the tournament. But if you go outside, the streets are mean. So get lit up. That's all I'm saying. Looking at you, Johnny Cage. Fucking run your mouth. Go out there and run your mouth. And I think they get right to the fighting, though, don't they? After that speech, is like, all right, let's get a couple fights in before dinner.
I don't remember.
Pretty sure they do, and I think so. Johnny Cage goes against forgive me, I don't remember, Devora, the bug woman.
Yeah, Devora.
Okay, got it right. Got one right, everyone.
If you're playing at home,
it's a short check mark. And then she fucks him up. She does the nut punch. He's like, "That's my move," and I was like, "This absolutely sucks. This is the worst fight I've ever seen." And then she doesn't even kill him because Sonya Blade runs out and is just like, "Don't hurt him. I might love him later on at like the end of the movie, but now I'm just gonna keep saying he's not my boyfriend over and over." Like, that's the only line she's given is he's not my boyfriend. And that was really dumb.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Was I supposed to root for them to get together? Because they don't do anything with their characters to establish a connection, romance, that one of them even likes the other one. It's real dumb. And then we just go through and everyone but Johnny Cage wins their fight. And Shao Kahn's just like, all right, that's enough. Let's resume tomorrow. This is some bullshit.
I gotta go home and eat dinner and watch Golden Girls. It's the one where Blanche acts like a whore. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same tournament though. Everybody in the crowd, you guys can just sleep here.
Yeah, you sleep here. Don't fucking move an inch. I'll know. I will fucking know. All right. I got flying Disney gargoyles. They will report into me minute by minute. Okay. Almost a nauseatingly report to me while I'm trying to chug a beer and watch Golden Girls. The one where she's a whore. You know that one?
You think this asshole can mention Disney's gargoyles one more time?
Just
one more time. Have you watched it? You can't watch it again. It's boring as shit.
No, that's real bad. You're just like, it doesn't make any sense that she lived. I don't care how tragic her backstory is. There is no redemption for her. All right, you got me. I'm rooting for her again. And then we go back to Scorpion, who's just like running away from all the robo ninjas on the docks now. For something, he's just at the docks somewhere in the world. Who knows how or why? And they all catch up to him. Sub-Zero's just like, no, this is my fight. I'll ice you ninjas. And then Smoke shows up, and he's just like, I have blow dryer hands, and I'm gonna free them, and we're all gonna fight with you guys, and we're gonna capture Scorpion because that's really the only point of this fight. There's nothing else that really happens. And then Sub-Zero's like, well, I'm gonna follow you and fight again. And so they do that. I'm just going to get through their part real quick because I feel like that will tie up a lot of their part for the longest part of this movie. And then they go back to some fucking, I don't know, Hidden Temple shit from Nickelodeon.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, I wish too. And the Scorpion's like, hey, you stupid robots, like fucking you're gonna bring about the end times, like knock it off. Don't make me touch that with my hands. And they just kind of like push him to it, and he's just like, let me just lay my palms flat. And I'll activate it by just bumping into this fucking thing. Worst key system ever. Second worst key system ever. Behind Snake Eyes. See last week's episode.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. And then so it opens, and Sub-Zero shows up again, puts them all on ice again. They go, Scorpion's just like, peace them out, motherfuckers. I'm going to go run into this tunnel. And then Sub-Zero follows him. They do some fucking, I don't know, some fucking air fighting shit.
Well, it looks like they're in the pit too.
Yeah.
But it's inside, but it's almost, it reminds me of the, kind of like almost the pit in MK3 where you fight Shao Kahn. And the blades are underneath.
Yeah.
But there's multiple bridges and there's these poofs of air. And they ride the poofs of air. And someone was like, this is cool.
It was not.
And I was like, this is.
And Sub-Zero's like fucking pulling an Iceman all of a sudden through all of this shit.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, I mean, that I guess.
And Scorpion forgets that he has like the spear until like later on in the scene. And he's like, oh yeah, I have that.
Well, that was the one thing I did guess I kind of liked was, this is what I meant earlier when I was like, make the characters do something different and original. And they made, hey, he's a ninja. Okay, he does have the ice slide being Sub-Zero. Let's make him do some, Bobby Drake shit where he uses the ice to push off of and creates like some cool acrobatic type ninja shit. I was like, all right, that's cool. But then right in these poofs of air, that's not cool. Like,
that's not cool at all.
Yeah. You went from one extreme to another, and I was like, there is.
And they showed this tunnel is massive. And they have them go up like 7 flights before they finally like start fighting again.
It's literally 20 stories.
Yeah. And I was like, no, we don't need to see this. And then the robots show up and they're just like, we got fucking rockets, motherfuckers. We don't need the poofs of air. And I was like, oh, God, thank you. I sense we're going to get out of this scene rather quickly.
Yeah, they fly in this like assassin formation. I'm like, oh, look, the robots are not fucking around. And then the robot's like, we're completely stupid. And I'm like,
we're dumb. We're going to get hit by any falling objects.
Like, okay. All right.
And then finally, like, Sub-Zero and Scorpion get trapped behind a door for a minute. And they're like, Scorpion's like, dude, we gotta work together. And Sub-Zero's like, fuck you, you killed my brother. And he's just like, yeah.
Still with the brother shit. He's literally like Noob Saibot now. It's all good.
And he was like, well, I kind of thought that he killed my whole clan. So.
And then he shrugs.
Yeah, he's like, so, revenge is a powerful drug. So stop taking it. And then he's just like, tell you what, okay, that thing over there is going to bring about the end of the universe. So either you can just kill me now or we can go save it together. And Sub-Zero's like, all right, I guess I could kill you later.
So he goes, okay. And then they're running. He's like, I still hate you. And I was like, what are you, 12? Like just please.
No, that's relevant. He's just like, hey, by the way, all right, emotionally for me, I got to get this out there. And he's just like, all right, not the best time, but I'm listening. I hear and receive your emotions. He's like, still hate you.
It was a real situation comedy. He's like, still hate you. Was this because I left the honey under the honey jar? Exactly. I was like, what? I hate both of you right now.
Yeah. And then the Robo Ninjas, they get the thing, the last piece of Boner Nuts, the Undoer. I'm just gonna call him that.
Shinnok?
No, it's not Shin. That's not the piece. It's the first person. Or he keeps calling him like the only person or some shit. I don't forget what the dumb name was. He gets the last piece for Shinnok.
Yeah.
Of the really bad Universal fight tournament thing. Remember that thing where they'd fight on the circle And
Yeah.
then if you beat the other guy, you got their little badge. But it aired on syndication, so it aired out of order, and I was always confused on the story. I was like, "Where are we? He had 6 badges last time. Why is he back at 1? What the fuck happened? You fucking shitty ass show." It felt like that. Like they got all the badges and they were gonna try to find the guy.
It felt like the shitty ass show, or it felt like that.
It felt like both. So, and then boom, we'll put a pin in that because no one cares. But like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, they're out of the game for now. Back to the tournament. Shao Kahn was just like, all right, we lost too many fights yesterday. Let's really bring the noise today. Let me get a Whoa Bundy. Whoa Bundy. Boom.
What are these shows he's talking about?
Shut up.
One guy said a cartoon on a Disney XD. And then what?
That was Disney Afternoons, and you fucking know it.
Hey, man. Everyone makes mistakes.
Anyways, yeah, we just have fights. Like, Stryker gets murdered. Kung Lao gets murdered.
Dude, like, Raiden,
Sonya gets stabbed in the leg.
He's the chosen one. Why are you having all these guys just die?
Because, like, I don't know. And what is with WB and MK as a, like, movie franchise just killing off Kung Lao the minute they can? They're just like, fucking kill that guy. Everyone loves that stupid hat. Kill him. I know he dies in the game, but we brought him back.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Why? Because everyone loved the fucking hat, you know? Whatever.
He's cool. He's one of my favorites. So.
Yeah. But it's just all the, like, when Sonya got stabbed, it just was stupid. Like, her leg is just healed 2 seconds later. They never acknowledged that she was stabbed to the leg. Like, ever. Ever. Jax gets his arm ripped off. It's fixed.
We covered too much Mortal Kombat here.
This is only our 4th Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
All right.
Somebody listening is like, last one for me, delete.
They're like, cover Annihilation, just get it over with. I was like, all right, fair point. No, I saw a screenshot of that recently, and I was like, oh god, never again. And then yeah, and so then we get Raiden fighting. He loses because it's Raiden versus Shao Kahn, and it's a really dumb bad fight. Yeah, Liu Kang's arm gets poisoned in his fight, but then he's just like, I don't even need my fucking arm to beat you, and just starts fucking air slicing. And I was like, what? Okay. This would be cool in any other movie.
But he can't drop an arcade cabinet on a man.
I mean,
I don't get it, man.
He wasn't juiced enough yet, Kevin. He just wasn't juiced enough.
It's not the Lou I know.
But then, yeah, so Raiden loses. And then it's isn't like Liu Kang versus Katana. And then she throws her like fan into Shao Kahn's chest, and she's just like, I'm the Khan now, motherfuckers, and I give up on this. I forfeit the tournament.
I'm out of this story. It don't make sense.
Yeah, and then he stands up. Oh no, this happens a little bit before because then they chain her up. He stands up and he's just like, "Fuck you! You get to watch from the fucking Padme Clone Wars seat now." And then they fight.
That's a nod to 2 and Shao Kahn's throne on the outside. But
I know, but it also made me remind me of that too. I was just like, that's where they stole it from, Mortal Kombat. And then yeah, and so then they do the fight, and then like Liu Kang's like, all right, fuckers, I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna turn on the juice. He gets some like fire eyeballs. He cures his own arm poison.
Thanks, Raiden. Every time even if I took a shit in the Outworld, I just look at Raiden and go, yeah, man, we're here because of you. You suck, dude. You lost every fight. You don't have your powers.
No, he won one. He won one. Barely. So, yeah, you don't have your... Yeah, he was like, if I had my powers, I could heal you, Lou. And I was like, thanks, Raiden. Thanks for telling me what you can't do. Tell me what you can do. can you go get us 2-ply? Because this fucking place has 0, none, zilch, fucking zip, dude.
Sick of wiping my butt with a concrete block.
He's like, you want to know why I've changed costumes 3 times? Because I'm fucking shitting through them, okay? And I don't trust any of the food. None of it. Pretty sure they served me a fucking demon baby.
Undercooked, might I add. Very
undercooked. The damn thing tried to kill me. I mean, I killed it and ate it still, but I have had the shit since then.
Yeah.
And then, so he turns on the juice. He fucking wins Mortal Kombat. And the elder gods come down, and they're like, we're going to give you some power, but it might not be enough. Because if we go to our B storyline, the Chinook has put all the fucking leader of the Sub-Zero clan. I don't fucking know what the name is. I don't even care. He's just like, why are you trying to combine all these things? That's something the fucking Mad God would do. And he didn't even know.
He's yelling at the writer.
Yeah. And then Chinook's like, yeah, dude, that's me. And he's just, oh shit, you're Chinook. And he's like, yeah, like, weren't you there when I hired you? And he was like, nah, I just was kind of zoned out. It was a little boring. I just heard the price tag, and I was like, we're good. Just really want to try out my Robo Ninjas. He was just like, well, I'm a fucking mad god, and shit's about to get crazy. So then they chi up Lou, and he turns all golden. And then Shinnok turns into a giant, like...
Oh, they make him like the corrupted Shinnok or whatever?
Kinda, except for he's like 200...
The one being?
Yeah, that's what it is, the one being. He turns into the one being. He's giant. He's kind of like...
How do they get that name? It's not that one dude. It's the one being. Well, which one is it? The one being.
He was like the first being. So he's the first being. No. He's one. He's just one of them.
But which one?
Well, what's his goals? He doesn't like anything. Oh, so like my dad.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, he's like basically a giant monster Shinnok with, when they do radioactive powers in any Saturday morning cartoon, Kevin? That's how I would describe the one being. He's just like radioactive in parts, and he's giant. He's a kaiju. And so then
Liu Kang won the tournament, so he gets the juice, right?
He gets the juice. The 4 realms merge into one.
Finally.
Okay. And then he's just like, I have to go save him. And he turns into a giant green fucking dragon. And
he's keeping that in his back pocket, just in case.
It's not even a cool dragon. He looks like an alligator, man. He has an alligator face. I was like, it's on the cover, guys. Copy that fucking dragon on the cover. And they were like, nah. What? This is a game, you say? I'm not going to do that. I love alligators. My kids are real into alligators. I'm doing the alligator dragon thing. It's a dragon. Yeah, whatever. I don't do fucking Eastern dragons. I do
these fucking
whatever.
Idiots. It's a crocodile.
It's so fucking gross and ugly. And he promptly gets the shit smacked out of him by Shinnok. Just like, he just smacks him away. He's just like, I'm one being, motherfucker.
And Johnny Cage is so... Like, I better get this last kiss from Sonya right now.
Not yet. No, first, Sonya, on all of them have to go. They're all just standing there, and Sonya goes, now... Oh, no, Johnny Cage goes, what do we do now? And she's like, now we open my bag. And she has a bag. Keep in mind, she was stabbed in the leg. That is gone, okay? She opens a bag, and it has like 100 assault rifles in it.
What? You know how heavy that would be?
And they all take only one. And they all go, and she's like, there's a lot of innocent civilians out there.
I better tell them to duck.
Yeah, and so Katana fucking headshots a guy with 2 people cowering in front of him, and then is just like, go to shelter.
I'm your
And I
new
was
god.
like, we just had 4 realms smashing together. Do you want to give me a clue where the fuck that is, you asshole? Did someone set up a shelter to go to? I mean, this was my living room 15 minutes ago. Now I'm on the street of Hellsville. Where the fuck am I? Where is shelter, dickhead? And she's just like, I don't know. And also, I used all the bullets. She just throws the gun down. She's like, this is done now.
Can I like move out of this realm? Like, is that
And
an
then,
option?
and then the army is shooting at all the uh, fucking Baraka people. I don't remember what they're called.
Tarkatans.
Tarkatans. Yes, sorry. They disappear almost instantly, become the weird, gross demon things we've been seeing the whole time. And they all have bulletproof shields. And so the U.S. Army is just like, what are we going to do? And then Jack shows up with a rocket launcher, kills one of them.
It's like a 5-year-old. Like, the kid told his dad, dude, do this, and there's got to be, like, a big alligator, right? And then, like, the girl, she gets the guns, but she has, like, all the guns. And then over here, like, the boyfriend's like, no way, dude. And then, like, this guy shows up with a rocket launcher.
No, here's the best part, Kevin. He's standing on a tank.
Yeah, dude.
He didn't use the tank.
He should have had the tank on his shoulder.
Like, rocket launcher, motherfuckers.
The tank should have been on his shoulder. He just taps the top of it, and then it just shoots.
And then he turns his arms into the guns again. They're fixed. Everyone, don't worry. And just starts shooting at all these bulletproof motherfuckers. Over and over. They're just sitting there blocking. In scene for him. I was like, what? What did we accomplish there exactly, guys? Making Jax look like a dildo? A mission accomplished. And then Sonya and Johnny are just on some fucking floating rock fighting like 2 of them. And then Sonya gets stabbed. Or no. Yeah, Sonya gets stabbed again. And then Johnny runs over and is just like, Sonya! And he's about to get stabbed. And she says she says some dumb line.
Watch out, you're going to get stabbed.
Yeah, no, it's even different. Like, I want to give him a mouthful or something, and then she shoves a grenade into the fucking Tarkatan's mouth, just like straight through his teeth. And then Johnny Cage shadow kicks him away, and then his head just like blows off, and his whole body blows off, and he's just 2 stumpy legs.
Cool.
And then he's just like, "Stay with me, Sonya." And she's just like, well, if I'm gonna fucking die, I may as well get some of that sweet, sweet fucking Johnny Cage kissing. And then they kiss. And I was like, boo! You should feel bad, movie, for making me watch this. And then Luke Cage is like,
and then the boyfriend and girlfriend, they kiss.
They kiss. And it's like a real sweet moment.
And then we go back to Luke Cage because he's like my hero, and then he's still a crocodile, and then yeah.
So yeah, and then he starts he goes for Chinook's Achilles tendon, and I don't know where the fucking one being is walking to. He's walking to some like fucking, I don't know, the temple, I think, from the beginning of the movie. Like he's just like, I got business over there. Because he's not doing anything else. He's just walking. And then and then Liu Kang beats him up, and then like all the other people show up and beats him up a little bit, but then all the other guys start shooting because Liu Kang's still getting his ass kicked, and one of them shoots his like head crown jewel thing. I think it's Jax. And so he's just like, ow, I feel real pain. And then Liu Kang starts beating the shit out of him, rips off like an arm or 2 or some shit. And then Shinnok like shrinks. So Liu Kang turns back into a golden dude, but he's still like 10 stories tall. And he's just like, bah, 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 starts beating them into the fucking atmosphere, man. They're flying above the fucking 4 realms merged as one. It's amazingly dumb. And then he's just like, I'm gonna fuck a butterfly or bicycle kick you down to earth, motherfucker. And then he just kicks him down to earth. Shinnok like falls to the ground, shrinks down to like tiny one being status. And then Liu Kang's just like, some motherfuckers always try to ice skate uphill on a cold day. Boom! Knocks his block off.
Like, poetic.
Just fucking kills him after, the best part is when he shrinks down, his headgear comes back. Like they can't even remember the damage their fucking characters took, which is super annoying.
Dude, I can't remember the damage I took by watching this.
And then they're just like, yeah, all right, everything's better. The four realms unmerge. Liu Kang.
Because the four realms are like, oh, get me out of here.
Yeah. And then I think it's a Katana. She comes over. She's like, "Are you there, Lou?" And he's just like, "Kinda." It's like I'm floating in my own body or something. It's real sticky and gross. They're just like, ugh. And he's like, yeah, it's real gross. Sonya turns her hat around and then dips Johnny Cage. And he's just like, I didn't give consent. And she kisses him anyway. And I was like,
oh, now we got an HR nightmare when he's over there just.
And they did the horrible cartoon thing where he smiles while being kissed. And I was like, how's this kiss happening? He just tightened his lips. Anyone ever kissed before? That's clearly the person who illustrated this has never been kissed.
It's a different movie.
That is a different movie, but that's probably their favorite movie because they're like, I relate. And
we watch that instead.
And then everything's like, they're like, Shao Kahn's body disappeared.
Everything's just fucked up.
Everything is fucked up. They're just like, Shao Kahn's body disappeared. And fucking Raiden's body disappeared. And I guess we'll have to fight again. And then Johnny Cage is like, well, what do we do if they come back? And Luke Cage is like, we'll fucking fight them again. And I was like, what was the point of the final fucking tournament? Nothing. If you're just going to keep doing it, why even throw out the word final, you assholes? And then like, oh yeah, Sub-Zero and Scorpion showed up to help get the advantage on the.
What happened?
They didn't really.
Everybody, I was running, and we were in this other movie.
Yeah, no, they were like they seriously like show up and like I don't know, they're just kind of like annoying. But they're just like, hey man, we're gonna like run up the side of your body a lot. Have you seen Attack on Titan? Fucking, we're gonna kind of do that for like a little bit too long in this movie, but like accomplish nothing other than breaking your headgear. Because I think it was Scorpion that did that. And then Raiden, guess what, guys? He's got his powers back, but he's not talking to Liu Kang. He's hiding in the shadows. And then it's like the movie ends with lightning credits, where he's just like, hey, I'm not going to go over and talk to them, but like, lightning, motherfuckers! And I was like, wow, real subtle, dick shit.
Just how he gets out of conversations he doesn't want to participate in.
Yeah, he's just like, your parents loved you.
And it's only like an hour and 19 minutes of just ridiculous bullshit.
Yeah. And they rely on the 3D, or the X-ray kills a lot.
Oh,
and at first I was like, this is all right. And then by the 12th one, I was like, please stop doing this. And then they did it right at the end when Johnny Cage shoves the grenade in the guy's mouth. I was like, God, you just had to get one more obnoxious kill. So it's just
I just can't do it anymore. I can't really watch these anymore. I can't really
just do it. It's like you said, do something different.
Yeah, have fun with it. Just stop. Don't have this kind of fun. Because I don't.
Yeah. It's like we did the tournament. You did that right. You got to the tournament. Like that's. I don't hate tournaments. Make the tournaments more interesting. This tournament sucked because I was like, Shao Kahn was just the one deciding who won and lost. He was like, oh no, Johnny Cage is totally knocked out. He lost. And I was like, he seems to be conscious and well alive. Like, what the fuck? Why are we ending the fight? This is stupid. So,
I mean, and that's my problem is everything feels just very disconjointed, where it's just fights randomly are happening and they're fight. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you want to just, I get it. It's based off a fighting game. We got to have fights, but
make your fights cool. None of these fights are cool.
Yeah. Like there's so many different anime and just cartoons, adult cartoons out there or whatever that just do fighting so interesting and fun. And you could kind of borrow a little bit of that and just have it's okay to have a smaller story sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just these random fights and there's just these chunks of story like that just pop up. And I'm kind of like, well, I'm not really vested. I know where this is going. I just have to like almost struggle so the story can get there. But they want to be like, no, watch, look at me. It's just like that little kid syndrome all over again. Like, no, over here, look, I just did a fight. You still with me? All right, here's some weird narrative stuff, and then we just gotta really
watch me do my moves. And you're like, all right, cool kid.
Yeah, and it's like it's not even for the sake of the story, the fighting. It's just fighting because it's time to do a fight.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get killed, the fatalities. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do fatalities that aren't even theirs. Sometimes they do. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just a bunch of shit happening. And
yeah.
It just can't hold my attention. Like I said, I'm sure somebody loves it, and that's great. And I'm glad that they do. I'm not taking anything away from that. But for me, it's just like the comic book movies. I can't watch these anymore just because it's just, I feel it's just treaded over so much, and we've done this, and I've just literally been beaten down by these so badly.
Yeah, for sure.
Like this is only for the diehard MK guys that just want to see everything MK related.
Yeah,
and it gets a pass just because it has, I get it. Scorpion's cool, ninjas are cool. It's just nothing cool's happening here.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, my thing is like, we said in the new live action one, like everyone loves a tournament, but that's the problem in this one is that the tournament doesn't feel like a tournament. It's just so just like, all right, these guys are fighting, I guess, or something.
There's just some stuff that gets in their way, so he can be a big alligator.
Exactly,
and
I really think it's like. So they put like Raiden, Liu Kang, and Sub-Zero on this cover, which instantly tells you it's about these three motherfuckers. But none of them carry the story, get any time to shine in the story, anything. And they really should have just focused on one person. Like they could have just focused on Sub-Zero. And that whole B plot could have just been a movie that was well told. Because no one's complaining about ninjas or robot ninjas. Like, no one's complaining about that. Or it could have been Liu Kang's, because Liu Kang can fucking carry a story. There's enough. He's the fucking chosen one. Just give him some dope ass fucking fights. Done. He can carry a fucking movie.
You know what I would have been okay with? If you would have just put the movie in three little like narratives that are running parallel. And it's Liu Kang, Scorpion. So Scorpion can deal with the ninja part. Liu Kang can deal with maybe two other heroes on like the Earthrealm part going to win the tournament. And then you kind of have Raiden doing his thing with Elder Gods. And then they all kind of just, meet in the middle, the finals of the tournament. Liu Kang prevails. The ninjas hold off the dastardly like Shinnok or whatever. Or Raiden can do that, and the ninjas stop the other ninjas, and they make amends. You know what I mean? I'd rather see something like that, and then it just kind of comes to a crescendo instead of just what I saw.
No, for sure. I mean, like you easily like they have this bullshit B plot line that just kind of shows up at the end of the movie. Of like, remember these guys? They kind of led to this, and you're like, so who cares? Like, this is dumb. And I think exactly what you said. It should have just been like you could have had three well-told story threads that all lead to the same place and had a rewarding conclusion. Other than this, and MK's so rich, it didn't even have to be those three characters. It could have been any of the three characters, or like three characters from them, because they all have such a long and like rich lore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just said that because you're like, yeah, they're on the cover. Cool. They're on the cover. Yeah. Let's do those guys. I guess your prize pigs, your top sellers. I get it.
Well, yeah, it's like even with like Johnny Cage and Sonya, you could have just, I don't know, invested in those characters rather than just him being like, I want to be your boyfriend. She's just like, he's not my boyfriend. And that's all they say the whole fucking movie. It's like, shut the fuck up, you two. Like, that's it. I'm not joking. That is Sonya Blade's only line for like 15 minutes of this movie is he's not my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend.
I know what Cage likes.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. So
it's big Passeroni for me.
It's a big, like, I think it's better animated than the last one. I think the last one was really inconsistent and kind of just gross looking in general. So from an animation standpoint, I will say, hey, thank you for listening to our feedback and improving on that. But like from the story wise, I'm like, bigger stinker somehow. I don't know how you managed to fuck that up so much. I mean, it's just like it's just so fucking easy. I feel like, and I don't know why they can't.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part in my eyes. It's just like, man,
Yeah,
it's it should have been there should have been more. It should have been better.
yeah. Like even doing like a safe version of this should be better than this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the fucked up part of like we did bare minimum. You're like, yeah, it was still pretty good. But instead, it's a huge, huge pass for me. Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. There's 4 of them total. Only 2 battle though. The rest are just chilling. That'll do it for us. You can follow us on social media at Let's Movie Pod or Podcast, depending on the platform. You can also listen to this on your favorite podcast provider, which you're obviously already doing. Or if you found us on YouTube, thank you. You're listening to us a week late. Go find us on a podcast provider if you want to be up to date. Other than that, we will bid you adieu. Kevin, Mortal Kombat.
Friendship.
Let's do that again. Kevin, take us away.
Friendship.
Why 2 friendships? I'm confused.
That's what he says in the game.
Oh.